I was with my mom my whole life. She was really abusive. 4 children, none of us speak to her. The way that she tortured us was like ingenious. It was like methodical. She would like beat us and then she'd make a mess and have us clean the mess. And then she would smash everything that we owned and then we'd clean it up again and then she would let us sleep for 30 minutes and then wake us up again and do it again, like over and over, like every night. We never knew if we were gonna like sleep. We were clearly being neglected. We were so thin, we had cuts and bruises. I would wake up a lot to like a social worker interviewing me. Does your mom ever do this or do this? But my mom would be standing behind her like, that's right, honey, and tell her we love to eat fruits and vegetables. When she would finally like have food in the house, she would specifically buy food that she knew we like didn't like. I hate coconut to the point where like I'm kind of allergic to it. And she got me a coconut cake for my birthday and made me eat it in front of a bunch of people. And she was like, and don't complain about the coconut. My sister had to go to the doctor in high school because she was having stomach issues from the stomach acid from not eating, and like the doctor was like, don't let her have acidic food or orange juice or anything like that. And my mom drove her from the hospital to McDonald's and made her drink a large orange juice in the parking lot. I'm pretty sure my mom has like DID. It's like multiple personalities. Sometimes she acted like a teenage girl that was like jealous of me and she would like cut my clothes up. She would like go on my Facebook and my MySpace and like insult my friends and like take my phone and like cut my hair. And then sometimes she would act really militant and like make me do yard work for like 12 hours. I don't think my mom can handle good things. Anything good we had, she would smash and break. She would just break everything. I don't know what she got out of it, but after she would manically cry and she would do this thing where she would make us hug her after. Like, sorry and mommy loves you, and she would make us say I love you, mommy, and like it was just absolute trauma. Just absolute trauma. She would do this thing where she would make us lay down and she would sit on our chests with her knees as a child and choke us and be like, when are you gonna die? She would foam at the mouth and talk in this crazy voice and like, I believe she was possessed. The thing in her was like coming out, like, when are you gonna die? But my mother could also function. She had a very high functioning job. She was like an officer of the court. She was a stenographer. She was like a drug addict, cokehead, that would then go to court and do criminal proceedings and be really professional. I always wondered about the job, how she kept the job. Her job was serious, very serious. I think that she can like click over to different people in her head. When a narcissist tries to have a child, they switch the roles. So like I was always taking care of my mom. Everything was about my mom and her feelings and fixing her, and like that's narcissism. Narcissism is lying to the extent that it's not even a lie to you because you believe whatever narrative that you're telling yourself. She would lie to her friends and tell them that we steal. She would make up like horrible, disgusting lies about my dad. She told me that my dad would catch birds and put them in bags and beat them to death and take animals and put them in bags and drown them in front of her. I don't know where she got all this material. I have extremely terrible codependency issues. It's like a sickness in me because I had to know and anticipate her. It's been ingrained in me that I am a burden to her and that my existence is to serve her needs. I've just now been getting better at not being codependent and not being in toxic friendships and not being like subservient to others' needs. Because anytime I express need, I just had this twisted up loyalty to her, and I still do. That's the fucked up thing about having an abusive parent, is that I love my mom because she's my mom. What I learned through research and therapy are these mother wound needs that I have are normal. I'm normal for wanting these motherly things, but I just don't have that mom. I just have this woman. The closer you are to a crazy environment, it's just like a big mess that you can't see, but the more healing you do, you step back and you see this big picture, and it's like, it's not fun to look at. I remember thinking like, I wish I could now go tell little me, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fine. This is gonna suck for a long time, but then it's gonna be good. I really want to write a book about it will be good.